Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a very special Battle Royale planned for you. This evening is the Utah Flag Design Competition Battle Royale. And for this, we have two special commentators, experts in their field. First, we have Fish Lambert.
Hey, whoa, it's me. I'm Fish Lambert, baby. Check it out.
And of course, his beloved co-star, Chad. Hello, is me, Chad.
Well, welcome everybody. We're just gonna jump right into this.
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about these flags, and
Mhm.
we're gonna decide which one's the best.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. On to the first
First up.
flag. First up. What do you think about this one, Chad?
All right. So if I have to say something about this flag, I like it. I think it's a decent flag, but it feels a bit more logo-esque for me. You know, it doesn't look particularly too much like a flag, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah,
The angles, while very unique, I
yeah,
think don't make for a good flag.
yeah. If that beehive were like in the corner, then that might say something else. But as it is,
That's true. That's true.
it's a bit corporate, so to speak. You feel me?
I can see that. I can see that. I love like where they tried to go with this, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it could work, but where it stands, I think this is pretty middle of the road.
Yeah, I do appreciate the colors. I like the use of the colors and the mountains as well, getting some of that terrain and splitting it up amongst like this very snowy, the snow that Utah is famous for, as well as the red rocks that it is also famous for, and even incorporating little things like the little eight-pointed star for the eight tribes. That's commonplace in a lot of these designs, and I like how they use it in this one.
Yeah,
But
this is
as it
pretty
is,
good like baseline flag
yeah,
to start out with.
a good way to start, but definitely not something that I think should be considered as a finalist.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. One more thing, I think
Mhm.
that I don't know, just the way the mountains are placed, I think it makes the weight of the flag just a little too like further up. Doesn't feel like a flag because of it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Like a flag is its weight is on the end that is connected to the pole in that corner.
Yeah, and it should like move your eyes to the other side. But this
Yeah,
kind of guides you to the middle of it, which I guess goes for some flags, but this one doesn't pull it off.
yeah, and I think that's also kind of what makes it look a bit more logo-esque than flag-esque.
That's true. That's true. Good design. Good design. Maybe
Yeah,
not the best flag design. Definitely better than some of these on here.
yeah, yeah. But room for improvement, as we would say.
All right. On to the next flag.
All right, Fish. What do you think of this one?
Um, I think this one is pretty all right. Uh, sorry, I had to adjust the audio there. It was getting a little loud. Sorry. I like where this one was going. I think the colors are a bit questionable. Like the light blue on the top is a little strange to me. Like I understand it's supposed to be like the sky, but I don't think it matches the composition of the rest of the flag.
Mm.
What about you? What do you think?
Personally, I like this design. I like that it incorporated the whole crossroads of the West, which is a neat idea for design. And I think it's definitely one of the more unique looking designs out of a lot of these flags, which can feel kind of uninspired, so to speak, or very
That's true. Yeah,
simple.
this one is very unique compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, and I do appreciate at least most of the colors, like the dark blue, which is reminiscent of the current flag, and the white for the snow, the red for the red rocks. I appreciate the eight stars for yet again the eight tribes within Utah. My biggest thing with it though is that although I think it's a pretty decent design, is that it doesn't feel very Utah, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I can feel
if
that.
someone told me this was a flag of an Eastern European country, I wouldn't think twice.
But I mean, honestly, aside from the ones with the beehives, if you were to tell me that, like, am I supposed to say no? Like, you're telling me that this is like any flag is for any country, and I had no prior knowledge. Am I supposed to just tell you no? That doesn't look like it goes with that country. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess if you have no prior knowledge, but a lot of these do like a lot of them use mountains with the red and the white as a good
That's
way
true.
to
That's
try and
true. That's true.
signal it's Utah. Yes, with this one, I feel like it's lacking a lot more than others.
That's true. One thing about this I do like is it has pretty good representation of the entire state with its symbolism here. Some of
Yeah,
these feel like they're. We'll get to them in a little
like
bit.
too specific of one area.
Yeah, like some of them are clearly supposed to be of the north. Some of them are clearly supposed to be the southern regions.
Hmm.
But this one's a good. This one
A good balance
encompasses
between
the whole state pretty well.
yeah. Even areas as far out as Blanding, Utah, even.
Yeah, maybe even blending.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Anything else to say about this flag?
not really. I think this one is. I'd say this one's a bit lower than the other one personally.
Mm.
What do you think?
I like it a little bit more, but they're about on the same footing.
They're pretty much the same. I'll take my current best as that first one.
All right. And I'll take my current best as the second.
All right. We'll go to the next one now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one's different. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Well, my main thing is that this doesn't look like a flag. This looks like a company logo.
It definitely looks like maybe like a dentist logo. You know, like I can see
Oh
that on
yeah.
the side of a dentist building.
Like it looks like a company that would be based in Utah, but it doesn't look like a Utah flag. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's. I think you wrapped it up pretty good. It's
Yeah.
also not very clear. Like I get like it's a mountain and then the red rocks, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This one's definitely not as good as the other two.
Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of these are weighed so heavily in the middle, you know,
It's
that
true.
make them look so unflag-like. And I just think like, oh man, if they put this on the axis of the flag where the pole was going, that could make it look so much more interesting and unique and more flag-like and less like a logo. And it's a shame to see all of them falling into the same like pitfall, you know?
No, but when you kind of look at it in a different way, when you look at it as a spin on the classic three-banded flag design, you know the one I'm talking about, right? Just the
Yeah,
three
yeah.
colors. When you look at it as a play on that, it kind of starts to look a little differently.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think the execution needs a bit more tweaking if that's the route that we're going for.
That's true. Also, this is the file on this one. It has a little white strip across the left side. This is the real file on the official site. So that minus points for that. This one's definitely the lowest. I'm putting this on the lowest.
Should we make a tier list?
We're not gonna keep track. I'm only gonna keep track of the best and the worst.
All right. Very well. Yeah, this is definitely my lowest so far as well.
Okay. All right. Next flag.
All right.
So this one, I really like this one. This one
Alright.
is honestly, like growing up, I thought that like the flag pretty much looked like this, just the beehive. I didn't know it was the monstrosity that we have today.
Yeah. It exists in its current form.
Yeah.
Well, I am personally a fan of this flag as well. I think this is one of the more decent ones on this one. But my main gripe is that it looks so similar to our current flag, you know? Like
That's true. I feel like this is like a very
redesign.
streamlined version of
Yeah.
the one we have now.
Yeah, if they're going for a redesign, then go for a redesign, not just like a different symbol on it. You know?
That's fair.
But I had to say, if this were to be chosen, I would not be upset at the very least.
I think you put it very well. Very well. Honestly, if I were to choose between the first two and this one. I think I'd go with this one.
Yeah, I'd go with this one as well.
So I think this is on the top.
Hmm.
Yeah, all right.
And then dentist's office is on the bottom.
Yeah. All right, next flag. Oh, this one.
Oh.
Oh man, gonna be honest, do
Yeah.
not like this one bit.
Nope, not at all.
Holy smokes.
There's so much with it. The red and the blue, like, these are colors that vibrate against each other, and it makes it so unpleasant to look at. Like, if they muted the red a little bit, like in the first flag that we saw, it wouldn't be as bad, but it's just so violently clashing against the blue.
Definitely an attack on the eyes.
Yeah, and what sucks even more is it just looks like the Norway flag, but with a beehive on it. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
come on.
What would you do to improve this? I guess you already said to make mute the colors.
Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't want to do this at all. I get the thing they're going for is the crossroads of the West, right?
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
But it just looks like the Norway flag.
Yeah, with a beehive in it. Yeah.
So whenever I look at this, all I think of is, oh, Norway, but beehive. So,
yeah.
I think this fails on so many levels.
Definitely currently the worst flag here. All right, that's all I have to say. Nothing more to say about that one.
Yep.
This one, I like this one. I think this one.
Interesting.
This one is weighted, I guess, much better than the very first one, which is pretty much this with the beehive on it.
Yeah.
I think the weight is definitely a lot better than that one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I still have a feeling of it being a bit too logo-esque for me. Like,
Okay.
It is a bit more closer to an actual flag, which I appreciate, but I think, like, if the proportions were a bit different, if it were longer instead of it being the same as all the other flags, it would look more like a flag and I'd appreciate it more.
That's true.
Yeah. But I do think it is pretty good. I think it's better than the first one as well. I like how it's weighted a bit differently.
Yeah.
And I like the simplicity of its symbolism with the star and the red and the white. A bit like typical of what we've seen so far with the colors and the mountains and stuff. But I think it's one of the ones that takes that concept and does the best with it so far.
Yeah, definitely so far does the best. Honestly, I think I'd put this one above my previous best. The I just pulled it up. The baseline beehive, I guess, because it's just more original and just a bit better done than the other one that's similar to this. You know?
Yeah, I would put this. I wouldn't put this at the best. I'd probably put this underneath the second one that we saw, mostly just because it rubs me a bit the wrong way. Of like, if this became the flag, it looks a bit more like a logo than a flag.
That's true.
So
I see where you're coming from. This one definitely does not feel as much like a logo as the other ones to me.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this one. Sorry.
Is that bad, huh?
No, sorry. This one's not doing it for me. There's not enough going on this one.
Yeah.
It's just the beehive. The flag number 5, the baseline beehive, definitely does this, but better. You know?
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. It's just like the other beehive one that we saw, but less interesting. I think that the beehive design as well is less interesting. It looks more static.
Yeah, there's not as much movement in the picture.
And like, it's an even more egregious example of just like replacing the state seal but putting a beehive on it. There's not even a circle around it or anything to make it look more interesting. Just slap a beehive, because Utah beehive. Right?
Yeah. It's the beehive state. It's the beehive state.
The beehive. So, just a bit too boring and uninspired for my taste.
Yeah. Honestly, this one's not like bad, but
yeah, not bad. Just
if they put that star in the corner and centered the beehive a little bit, I think that would improve it a lot more.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
but definitely you have to change things up and add some stuff to it to make it a better design.
Yeah. All right. Let's get on to the next flag. This one,
Mm,
I do not like this one at all. This one's like
mm-mm.
iceberg flag. I think I look
Yeah.
at it and I'm like, what is this for Alaska or something?
Yeah. Um, I think this is the pinnacle so far of logo flag.
Really, I don't think
Because,
this one even looks like a logo anymore. I think this one
yeah,
just looks.
like to me, it looks like it would be painted on the wall of an office space, like the waiting room of an office space. Like,
I
that's
can't
what it looks
picture
like to
that.
me.
This one definitely feels more flag-like than the other ones that look
Interesting.
like logos.
Yeah, I don't really think this one looks like a flag, at least to me. I like what they were trying to go for with the dichotomy,
Yeah,
Utah, but the way it's executed, the weight of it is way too central. It, it just doesn't look enough like Utah. Too broad, but too vague, and a bit not flag-like for me.
yeah. Also, it's not very like clear like what it is. Like straight up, two
Yeah,
iceberg like looks like an iceberg.
yeah,
But I do like the red rocks there. Looks like a lot more than the other ones where they try to include the red rocks. It kind
yeah.
of looks like what the red rocks look like. The other ones just look like a red mountain.
Hmm.
It's not really what the rocks look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's pretty much all I got on that one. This
yeah,
one, not definitely not worse than number 6, but it's down there for me.
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get worse than that red number 6.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next flag. All right. This little arch one. What do you think?
Mhm. I'm not too much of a fan. Um, Personally, I think it's a bit too simplified. Like, and it really focuses too much on one specific subject. Yes, Arches is a well-known landmark in Utah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
on the
the only
license
landmark.
plate. Everyone knows
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But the license plates before that was the snow up in Salt Lake, so there's more to Utah than just the arch.
No, there's not.
And okay.
Okay, sorry.
And I feel like this would be better suited, like donning the actual state park rather than the whole state.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I can see that. This is. I think this one definitely looks like a flag design.
Yeah.
I like the placement of the star there. I don't know why, but when
Hmm.
the star's like in the corner like that, it just feels like a flag. Must be something to
Yeah.
do with the weight, like on where the flagpole is.
Yeah.
I think I would not be upset if this was the flag, but there's definitely better options.
I personally would not want this to be the flag, but there is worse, and it is an at least decent design.
Yeah, I guess I just like how, um, I don't know, like an original design it is compared to like other flags just around the
Mm.
world. Like you won't see another one that looks like this.
Yeah.
That gives it points, but that doesn't bring it to the end. This one's a bit lower than this one's like mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right,
could agree with you.
all right. Next flag. I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Do not like it.
It again just kind of feels more like a logo.
Yeah, I don't even know like what they were going. I guess I kind of can see what they were going for, but I do not think they landed it.
Yeah.
I think the points on the stars are too thin there,
Mm.
and it just makes it look like it's like crawling. I don't know. It's like kind of
Mm.
uneasy to look at. And then the splattering of orange there, it's not doing it for me.
I think that the third design that we saw with the red mountain and then the white on top of that.
Yeah.
I think that was a better version of this same type of flag, um, where it shows like the red rocks and the snow and the classic blue background of the current Utah flag.
Yeah.
This one seems like it's approaching the same end goal, but falls flat.
Yeah, I think this is like, for me, this is right next to the funny red flag,
The Norway
the
flag.
Norway flag. Dang, we should have put the Norway flag last so we could like change the worst one.
Yeah. Hmm. I'd put this. I wouldn't say this is as bad as the Norway flag.
It's not as bad, but like it's next to it,
Yeah.
like the worst
I
other than that one.
I'd put. I think the worst other than that would be the iceberg flag, and then this one.
I think this one's worse than the iceberg flag. Like you can tell what's going on with the iceberg flag a little bit. Like when you look at it, you understand it. This one,
Yeah.
I don't really understand it.
Hmm. Well.
All right, on to the next flag.
Hmm.
I am a big fan of this one. I really like this flag.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of Mississippi's redesign, where they incorporated their state flower.
Oh
Um,
shoot, did Mississippi already do this?
yeah, like a little bit ago.
Oh man.
But
Let me look up the Mississippi flag.
it doesn't look very similar to it. But I like what Mississippi did with their flower a bit more. For me, I think that this one is a bit too simple. Like there needs to be something else a part of it.
Oh
Because
yeah, I
the
definitely see the Mississippi one and comparing that to this one. I feel like they do two different things though. The Mississippi one is oh sorry. Excuse me. The Mississippi one is like looks like it's supposed to be more detailed. This one, I don't know, feels like it's supposed to be streamlined, you know?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I like it, but the fact that it is so streamlined makes it feel a little empty, so to speak. Like there should be at least like something else going
It's true.
on.
I feel like a good ring maybe would add to
Yeah,
it.
or maybe even like a stripe on the side that would connect to the pole. I think would make it look a lot better.
That's true. That's true. But pretty
But
much if I were to like look up and see this on a flagpole, I'd be happy with it.
yeah, I think this is a good choice and something that I definitely would not be upset about it was chosen.
Honestly, I think this one is so far. I think this one takes cake for the best one. I think it beats number 7.
Which one was 7?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, number 7 was the one with the star, and then kind of like number 1.
Oh, right. Um,
I think this one's at my current best.
I'd say this one's about on par with my current best, which was the beehive in the ring.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say they're about equal.
All right. On to the next flag. This one, I want to like this one, but it's not doing it for me.
Yeah. I feel like this is one that would have actually uh, been a better design if they did just go with a typical tricolor. Because I think the mountains just pull it away from looking more like a flag and like move the weight too much to the center top of the design as a whole.
So you'd
And
want this one
especially
to
with the
just
placement
be
of the
like 3
beehive.
lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it would look a bit better if it did that at least.
All
I
right.
think the beehive could still be in the center if they did the 3 lines, or it could be moved to like the top left corner. But yeah,
Honestly, out of all like the mountain designs, I think this one does it the best. Something about the weight of the mountains on this one compared to the rest make it feel more like a flag.
Hmm.
So if that's not to say I like the whole thing. I think the beehive in the middle takes away from the rest of it. that were excluded, I think this would be a lot better.
Yeah. Personally, I think the mountains detract away from it, and I like the beehive best, and it makes it unique.
I think this one's mid. I think this one's mid tier.
Yeah, about mid.
All right. Next flag. This one looks like a pool logo.
A what
A
logo?
pool logo. Like you'd see this on like the wall of like an indoor pool.
Huh. I don't really see that.
You don't see that. It's like a.
To
It
be
looks like
fair, I don't think
water.
I've ever seen a pool logo before. So
You're right. I think. I don't think I have either. I think I might be like. I don't know. I can definitely see
hallucinating.
this. I can definitely see this in a pool, though. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Point
Like
is,
on the bottom of a pool, like that's what's painted in the
no, like
design
on a
on the
wall,
floor.
like on the wall or like on the sign.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Wow. All right then.
Getting a bit heated in here.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't think this one flows very well as a flag. Something about the rings. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna try and put my thoughts together here.
I think it looks pretty decent. I'd prefer it if the central ring were shoved like more to the left, so that it would be the weight would be more on the side with the
Oh.
flagpole.
Oh shoot! Like the whole circle design in the star, like moved to the left.
Yeah,
That would actually be good.
yeah,
Dang,
uh,
yeah, that would make it a lot better.
yeah. So
Honestly,
as
that would make it one of my like higher picks. That's
so
all
as
it
it
would take.
is, I think it's pretty decent, but has the potential to be a lot better.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. It looks like it's a pool. It looks like the water, and then it's like a pool ring, and like half in the water. It looks like oh, you know, no. This is what. Fine. It looks like more of a diagram than like a flag. Do you see? You understand what I'm?
Diagram of what?
Of like I don't know, like something like submerged in the water or something. I don't know. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
Whatever. We're going to the next one. This one is. This one's not bad. This one definitely looks like a flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't look like a pool logo.
Yeah, if this were at a pool, I would be
Confused.
thinking, am I at a pool or am I at a government building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. um. I quite like this design. I think it's the best out of all of like the
Like the
just the
lone
beehive on a
beehives.
blue
Yeah.
background. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Honestly, I think this is my favorite so far.
I don't think this one's better than the flower one for me.
Hmm.
But it's up there, it's up there. There's just not
Yeah.
enough going on, you know?
Very fun.
And because there's so little going on, I think it's already time to move on to the next flag.
Yeah. All right.
This one's strange. This one's a strange little
Hmm.
guy.
Strange little lad.
I don't know if I like the way the colors are placed on here or if I absolutely hate it. Like I honestly can't tell.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Personally, I love this flag design.
You love it. I
I
thought you were
really,
gonna
really
like be like, I hate this.
No, I actually really like it. This is the one that does the most interesting thing with the whole Crossroads of the West concept. Instead of doing, the Norway method of just putting the Norway flag on there, or even just doing like a cross that sections off in the middle, it takes on a completely different direction. That's a bit asymmetrical and kind of reminds me a little bit of the asymmetricality of the state shape itself. It's not a one-to-one thing, but it at least reminds me of it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I really like the colors that are used here: the orange for the red rocks, the snow for the mountains, the blue of the current one. I'm not quite sure what the gold is necessarily supposed to
It's
be
supposed to
representative.
be representing honey.
Yeah.
Our massive pools of honey that we have
Hmm.
here in Utah.
Yeah. Fun fact: the Great Salt Lake is actually just a lake of honey. So, yeah, I like the way that the colors all look and the way that they interact with each other. And personally, what does it for me is the placement of the beehive more in the top left area of the
Oh yeah,
flag. Really,
that
definitely
definitely gives this
adds
one
to the
points.
flag feel. Yeah, I think maybe the proportions could be a bit different. Like it could be a bit longer to give that white a little bit more space to breathe. But other than that, I think it's actually a really, really good design that's unique, recognizable, definitely very Utah, and what I really, definitely my favorite by far.
All right, you had a lot of thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I like the flag.
All right, you swayed my opinion on this one. I didn't really like it, but listen to your points. Like now I'm looking at it differently. I appreciate this one a lot more. I still don't think this one beats the flower one for me, but it's you push it up there.
Yeah,
All right,
hopefully I can push the minds of the people who decide it.
perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think this would be good to look up on a flagpole. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at this from a distance and it's a little difficult to like tell what's going on, you know? That might be my tiny rat close-minded brain talking. But
I mean, I think that each color has enough space for you to be able to recognize it. At most, the beehive might be a bit scaled down to where it'd be hard to see, but I think it'd be pretty. It wouldn't be too difficult, at least for me, to be able to tell what's going on from a distance.
yeah, all right, yeah. All right, next flag, what do you say?
This next one,
Yeah, this next one right here.
this is basically just a ripoff of the Seychelles flag. That's how
What?
it
I was
is.
about to say like I love this flag, but it's a ripoff?
It it's straight up like the Seychelles flag, but less colors.
Wait, what how do you spell say shy?
Seychelles.
Oh man, it is a copy of that
It
almost.
really is.
That's so sad. I was gonna be like, this is such a unique little flag. I love its
Yeah,
spin on the tricolor little flag,
yeah, no,
but it's not unique, I guess.
yeah,
Still pretty well done. I like the colors here.
yeah. I mean, besides the fact that it just looks like the Seychelles flag,
Yeah,
um, I think it's a little like not too distinct since it's red, white, and blue,
that's
kind of
true. That's
representative of
true.
anywhere in the U.S.
I
or
guess if you were to
any
look at
country that
this,
has
like
those colors.
if you just show me this, the initial thing that would probably come to my mind is Texas.
Yeah, like it just looks kind of generic.
Yeah,
Could belong
yeah.
to.
It's a good design, but I guess
Marred down by its the way that it looks like another flag.
yeah. All right, okay. Next flag. I think this flag is good, like in theory, I guess.
Mm,
But like looking at it as a whole, there's just there's too much, you know. And also, it just kind of looks like the Swedish flag.
yeah, that's that's a lot of my issue with these is that I like the idea of the crossroads of the West, and they do something a little distinct with the lines to try and make it look more interesting. But then it's like so centered that you just kind of want to move it to the left towards the flagpole, and if you do that, that's just the Swedish flag with a
Yeah,
beehive.
yeah, yeah.
So it's in a bit of a losing position.
But you know
I
what? I think
realize
they
what you
do
said.
it. I think they do it pretty well here.
Yeah, it's a decent flag design, but not something I'd really want to see.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on the idea that it's better in theory than it is in practice.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, next flag. So when I initially saw all the flags, this one was my favorite flag.
Yeah.
And it might still be.
Wow.
I don't know. There's something about this that I really like. I think I'm just biased for arches.
Potentially.
And it definitely does not represent any other part of Utah very well. But gosh
Mm,
dang it, if that isn't like you see that, you think Utah, you know? Like even if you
yeah.
don't know the culture about like some people don't know it's called the Beehive State. Like there's people who just don't know anything about that. Or like the Crossroads, people some people don't know any of that. You look at this, there's only one place this could be, you know? And I think it does that very well. And design wise, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think?
Um, I like how they tried to, unlike the other arch flag, which is pretty much just arches, arches, arches. This one at least has the white to try and symbolize the snow of northern Utah.
Yeah, that's
But
that's true.
I still feel like it's far too focused on just one landmark,
Yeah, that's fair.
um,
Like
especially in a state that has so much beautiful landscapes and nature. And there's tons of national parks in the state.
name one.
And Zion, you want me to name any others?
Nah, 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 keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot more to it than just arches. I think that it's a better like arch flag design than the previous one. I like how it looks more, but I still think it's a bit too focused,
Yeah,
much
I
more
get where you're
suitable to
coming
just
from.
the park itself.
I guess the reason I think this one's better than the other one that we kind of bashed is yeah, definitely the addition of the white, but also
Hmm.
it's not as flat as the other one looks. This one
Yeah,
more flowing and has depth to it. Like even like
yeah,
none of the other flags have this kind of depth. Very
yeah.
interesting to look at compared to a lot of these. I
I do
feel
think it is a
like
better
what?
design. Just yeah, I think it's a lot better than the previous arch, but just still too focused on one thing.
Yeah, that's true. All right, all right. We go on the next one.
Uh, Unless you have anything else to say about this.
Nope. No, wait. If they put the star in the top left corner, I think that would make it better. Actually, never. I
All
take
right.
that back. I take that back.
Okay.
Well, just put it really small. All right. Next one.
Flip flop in there.
So this one looks like if Utah became like an authoritarian state and like started taking over the world. Like evil Utah.
Interesting.
This is like evil
Evil
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah.
All no matter what, every time I see it, it just looks like present and like
Like a
the
present? What?
yeah, like it's a present and the blue stripes are the bow on top of it.
You little greedy guy. All you can think of is presents.
No, 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 no. That's just all I see when I see it. It just looks so much like a present. The way that it's designed. And
I think this is a good Utah war flag.
that's fair.
Though I think if they were to switch out the yellows in this with something else, it could be a lot more powerful.
Potentially. Yeah. I think this very like literal crossroads kind of design tends to not work too well, at least in the way that it's been in. in all three of the ones that we've seen so far.
I think this one pulls it off the best, probably.
Yeah, this one I think is the best out of all of them, but still like a mid tier design.
I think one thing that's throwing me off in this one is the curved edges of the beehive are the only curves in this whole thing. Maybe if they were like sharp edges, maybe it would look a little better.
Maybe.
Or maybe it would just look like really bad.
You will never know.
That's true. That's true. Next flag, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about this one?
It looks like the Philippines flag a
Oh
little
my
bit.
gosh. No, it doesn't. What? Wait, let me look up the Philippines flag.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does. Like the star right there, from afar, it really would. And like it has blue on top and it's got the orange on the
Okay,
bottom. That's
well,
just
flip the
less
blue and
intense
the
versions.
orange. All right, well, then it's good. Actually, I don't know why I'm defending this one. This is one of the ones I don't really like.
Yeah. It looks like
Definitely
the
the
Philippines flag.
the yellow star on the white, not doing it. I don't. I do not like that choice.
I I think if it didn't have such a resemblance to another existing flag,
It doesn't
then I
look
would.
like it that bad. What are you talking about?
Well, it doesn't look like it that bad, but it does bear a similarity to it.
I guess. I guess it does kind of.
One that once you see it, you can't really unsee.
That's true.
Because that's how it was for me. At first, when I saw this, I actually quite liked it. I thought it was a pretty unique looking design. I like the way that the orange and the blue kind of interact with each other and make the dark blue in the center.
I think.
Um,
I think the light blue and the orange, and the dark blue. That I don't really like that. I don't like that color combination. Like along with the white as well.
Personally, I quite liked it, but seeing the similarity, it's just hard to get that out of your mind.
Well, that's
And
unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
yeah, I think it was like a pretty high tier design, but with that similarity, it goes down a bit to the middle for me.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Should we go on? That's it. That's it for the flag finalists. There's one
Yeah.
more. It's the what would the 125th anniversary flag?
Yep.
This is a good little flag right here.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you
Um,
think? You want to talk about this one? What do you think?
um, I quite like it a lot. This is definitely one of my favorites. Utilizes the crossroads really well. I like the blue and the red and the white, and I like the beehive in the center. I think this is just a really solid flag design.
I think it is.
And
Yeah. I look up and like I'm imagining this. I look up a flagpole and I see this at the
mm,
top. I'm like, man, that's one flag right there. I feel
yeah,
like I'm living in wherever this flag is.
yeah, and definitely in my top two alongside the other flag that I really really liked a lot. If I those if I had a choice, it would be either this 125th anniversary flag or the my personal favorite flag. Definitely ones that I would choose.
I think out of all of them, I think this one's probably the best flag out of all these picks. I think this one does its job the best.
Yeah,
But it's kind of an outlier because it's not one of the finalists. But
yeah,
it's still
it's eligible.
it's eligible, yeah.
So it basically is.
Yeah. So yeah, out of the finalists, actually, should we yeah, let's go to the last little slide here. I'm gonna put in the best and the worst ones.
All right.
Okay. So let's go you first. What's your number one flag?
Number one flag is the. Well, I don't know what number it is, but it's one that I really liked with the crossroads, the gold, white, the orange, blue, and the hive in the corner.
And okay, yeah, the one that's like got the wacky angles.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's your number one. Okay, and
And
I'll put my number one.
all right.
It's got to be proposed flag, or not proposed. This is the 125th. These are all
Anniversary.
proposed flags. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
It's the proposed flag. No, 125th anniversary flag. That's my
um,
number one. What's your
I
no?
would I would say that 125th and my favorite are same level. I like them both equally as much, so they're tied in my mind.
All right, and then worst flag. We both agree.
Norway,
Norway.
man, I just don't know how that made it to the final 20.
I really don't know. It must have been someone must have known someone or something.
So violent.
All right. I think that's all we have to say.
Um, any other wacky flag happenings?
No. What? No.
All
What?
right, so our clear winner would be the 125th anniversary flag, winner of this flag royale, at least for us, two experts.
Number one victory royale this year. 125th anniversary flag. Wait. All right.
All right,
That wraps everything up.
well, that's all from us. My name is Governor Spencer J. Cox, and I approve this message.